7 o'clock on the dot. Thanks, Riaz. Good morning. Health officials on Vancouver Island are trying to figure out how the norovirus was transmitted inside a senior's home in Victoria. That's left 9 people dead. Those deaths have all occurred since July 11th at Selkirk Place. The virus has made more than 100 people sick, including dozens of staff. Norovirus is also known as the Norwalk virus. It's highly contagious, with vomiting and diarrhea as symptoms, and it can be fatal, especially for children and the elderly. Outbreaks can happen at enclosed areas like hospitals, care homes, schools, and cruise ships. Police are looking for a motive and suspects after a targeted shooting near an elementary school in South Vancouver last night. It happened just after 6 o'clock near East 52nd Avenue and St. George Street. The victim was taken to hospital with minor injuries and was later released. Initial reports said the victim was a woman, but police have not confirmed that. Officers cordoned off the parking lot at the Henderson Elementary School near Sunset Park. Meanwhile, Vancouver police are warning people who live in the Riley Park neighborhood about a string of arsons. Small fires were lit at 5 locations last Sunday night. The targets included a house under construction. Our gorgeous summer weather is creating tinder-dry conditions right across the province, and experts are warning the heat could lead to one of the worst forest fire seasons BC has seen in quite some time. 2003 was one of the worst on record for our province, with 2,400 forest fires ravaging several communities and destroying more than 300 homes. BC's Wildfire Management Branch says despite the millions of dollars spent to protect vulnerable communities, the dry weather conditions could prompt a wildfire repeat of 2003. By the way, the province just broke a record for the sunniest month ever, with 33 straight days of sunshine. Meanwhile, as we head into the long weekend, fire officials have implemented a campfire ban for the Kamloops Fire Centre. That includes Kamloops, Merritt, Lillooet, Clearwater, Salmon Arm, Vernon, and Penticton. The ban kicks into effect tomorrow at noon. Fire officials say the ban is necessary given the hot, dry conditions in the southern interior. 2 of the biggest performances of the year are happening in downtown Vancouver tonight. One is at BC Place, the other in the skies over English Bay. Greg Harper joins us live from the West End with more on what's expected to be a very busy night in the city. Greg?
Jody, yes, another busy night in the city. A huge concert tonight at BC Place. Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake. And the Celebration of Light goes tonight. Very popular annual event. It's free unless you're going to be in the bleachers here behind me. We have a great look at the barge here this morning. Over 5,000 fireworks on it. Canada is up tonight. According to police, around 250 to 300,000 people took in the show on Saturday. And overall, the crowd was well behaved. There were some arrests for public intoxication. There were some liquor pour-outs. Some liquor was seized as well. And this sometimes could mean a bigger issue for police to deal with.
Problem with the liquor is that when we see the intoxicated people and those liquor-fueled disturbances and fights, it can lead to bigger problems. So we want to prevent those right from the beginning, prevent those intoxicated people from getting into the downtown core and being amongst this large group.
Vancouver police also saying they have the manpower to deal with how busy it's going to be tonight. If you plan on taking in the fireworks, they will start at 10 o'clock and they will wrap up around 25 after 10:30. Jody?
All right, thanks very much. Greg Harper reporting live this morning at English Bay. An unrelenting heat wave in China created a situation at a wave pool that was possibly unsafe and at the very least unpleasant. Look at this. This saltwater wave pool in China attracted nearly 15,000 people Saturday. That's almost triple the number of people the pool was designed for. One swimmer said it was like being in a cauldron of boiling dumplings. Desperate to escape temperatures soaring as high as 41 degrees, swimmers were willing to get cozy. Pool management brought in extra staff and lifeguards as a precaution. Philip Pelleau has a bright future ahead of him, but he got a few lessons from a Canadian tennis veteran. The North Vancouver phenom took on Ontario's Frank Dancevic in the first round of the Odlum Brown Van Open. The Canadians have practiced with each other quite a bit and played against each other in Quebec 2 weeks ago, a match that Dancevic won. And yesterday wasn't much different, with Dancevic serving better, picking up 6-3, 6-4 victory over the 19-year-old Pelleau.
It's unfortunate that a Canadian had to go out first round. It's unfortunate that we had to play. you know, I wish we could be playing other guys and we could all be getting points, but you know, we're all battling out here for the same thing to get up in the rankings. So.
It's a good problem to have, so many Canadian tennis greats. Another Canadian was in action last night. Vancouver's Vasek Pospisil got a good test in his opening match against T. Chen from Taiwan. Pospisil doesn't get home much to rest, let alone play, so he's hoping for a good tournament. He is seeded second. Pospisil ended up beating Chen 6-4, 7-6. The tournament continues today at West Vancouver's Hollyburn Country Club. Fun to take in. And at 7:06, time to get you up to speed on the roads. Michelle, how's it looking?